Yes, 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 yes. We are back at it. We are back at it, beloveds. We are back at it again. Right. Right. It is Yahuah Pt.1 yet again, once more, coming to you by way of the Messiah, through the Messiah. Mashiach, Yahusha, Yahusha HaMashiach. All praise, honor, worship, and esteem, and exaltation to Yahuah, Elohim. Today's lesson is going to be a pretty hot commodity, pretty hot topic, hot subject of discussion. It's going to be a very deep and entailed video stream today. I know a lot of us believers of the Amanah, of the word of truth, that is Elohim breathe, are having, trouble and issues and hiccups and there's some discrepancies here and there. There are some culprits here and there. There's a lot of here, there, everywhere. There's just a lot of slacking off, if you will, I should say. A lot of lacking. We gotta read, you all. We gotta read as it states. Not for how much we can rearrange it and reorganize it and misconstrue it and misconceptualize and mistreat it. It's already been butchered with enough. It's already been tampered with enough. The living word of Elohim, all Yahuah, the mighty one. You see what I'm saying? We gotta understand, all of these false doctrines that are out there, the Quran, for instance, all of this came after the original scriptures. The original scripts are Hebrew. You understand? So, and this was 2,000-3,000 years ago. All these other words that people are going to go retrieve and read, and it didn't come from Yahuah. It didn't come from Yahuah. Yahuah didn't send that. You know who he sent? We're going to find out today. He sent himself. That's who he sent. He sent himself and the people that are like him, his children, his sons and his daughters, our brothers and our sisters, the ones that are built in his image and likeness. Now, with all that being stated, being built in his image and likeness, our hope and trust and confidence has to be solely in him. Solely, truly, sincerely. All the way. All the way in. All or nothing. Everything. Every speck. The trust and hope and confidence in Amanah has to be in him. Not in a bunch of man-made doctrine, false doctrine, man-made religion, traditions of men, religious teachings, and so on and so forth. Like, that's why today's lesson is going to be very telling, that even though some of our fellow brothers and sisters in the body of Messiah read, they don't understand and overstand nor understand what they're reading. Because what's understood won't have to be said. You won't have to go to and fro. You won't have to go here, there, everywhere. You won't have to go and get led astray and get took for the limbo. Okay? So it is my duty that I am privileged with, and I'm going to take great pleasure in sharing with you all what has been shared with me, and giving you what I've been given. Once again. So Yahuah is Yahusha. We're gonna find that out today. We're gonna take a little deep sea dive with this, because the Dead Sea Scrolls are even older than the Quran. Because I see a lot of people wanting me to read Septuagint and Quran and all that stuff. This stuff is not 3,000 years old like the Hebrew, like Hebraic, like Abrit, like Hebrew language. Okay? So you can miss me with that. You won't stand a chance trying to feed me that, because that is not sound doctrine. That is a fake doctrine, huh? A plastic, Rubber-made doctrine, huh? At the hands of men. That's what that is. And there's a whole slew of other things that I could say about those two in particular, those two specific doctrines. But that's not what the conversation is today. The discussion is Yahuah is Yahusha. So feast your eyes on that board right there. I want everybody to see Shabbat with a B, February. We on Yom 5 and day number 5 of the Kodesh month number 12. Let me erase this. I don't know why that's still even on there. Yeah, let me take that off. Okay, yeah. So, lots to cover. I got about 12 witnesses over here, all to the side. And we're going to go into that. And I'll put what it means right next to it. And I symbolically put the abbreviations there. Okay? All right? And then I drew, over here by this hand I'm tapping, I drew the Allah from the Taw right here. And we're going to discuss that and converse over that. And how Yasharal is Yahuah's son. You understand? So, the Allah from the Taw, maker and creator, creator, maker, first and last, last and first, beginning and the end. Yahuah, Yahusha. Everybody following along? Okay. North and south. Head nod. Right. Right. So, as we get into this nosedive here, I just want to say shalom, shalom to all of the Mishpachah, all the Kadeshim, all the set apart in Kadesh, right? All the select few, chosen ones, right? Kwam Yasharal. We got to come up. We have been, tossed around, like a hooker in church, pretty much, for lack of a better term, all right? Okay? So we gotta reel this in, because as Yahusha moves in mysterious ways, today we're gonna dig deep into we're gonna rightly divide. We're gonna rightly dissect. We're gonna get right down to the bone. We're gonna eat all the meat today that we can eat, huh? It's all you can eat buffet today with this. Yahuah is Yahusha part 1. We're gonna get into the nitty and the gritty today. So first, why don't we establish Yahshua being the son, Yahshua being the firstborn, because everybody's like, oh well, it says that Yahusha is the son, and Yahusha is the only begotten son, and Yahusha is the one at the right hand, seated at the right hand. Yahusha is the beloved. And Yahusha came from a tribe too. And we're going to cover that too. We're going to cover the 12 tribes of Israel. Yahshua, whatever you calling it. Whatever you want to say out there, because I know everybody's lingo is, everybody's lingo is bingoing around. Everybody's speech is coming around. So, but for all of you that's tuning in and watching, that have been here before, welcome back. And for those of you who are new here, keep coming in, keep coming back, keep returning. Bring a pen and a pad, bring a notebook, bring a composition book, huh? Yeah. So let's start off with Yahshua is my son. So I'm gonna show this board one more time, because I won't be showing it as much until I need to look at it. So over there, we're gonna go over that first, and then we're gonna take down each of these witnesses right here. Okay. Yahshua is the firstborn. See that? Sit that here so it don't fall down. I can keep eye on it. All right. Let's go to Exodus now. Shemoth, or Shemuth. For some of you out there in YouTube land, huh? Yes. Yeah. Exodus chapter 4. The verse is 22. It goes like this. And you shall say to Pharaoh, thus said Yahuah, Yahshua is my son. Everybody heard that? Up and down motion. My firstborn. So I say to you, let my son go to serve me. Now, Yahusha said he came to serve and not be served. And Yahuah said, this is my son, the beloved. Hear him. Right? So, how does the saying go, right? Shema Yisrael, Shema Yahshua, rise up, right? Come on Israel, come on Yisrael, come on Yahshua. Rise up, Kwam. Like, let's get it. Like, let's go. type of motion, type of movement. You get me? Huh? Let my son go to serve me. So you know who Yahuah was giving reverence and reference to. You, and you. And me too. You and I. Me and you are Yahusha. Sons and daughters of Yahuah. And then nowhere right here did we read that Yahusha was enslaved. Yahusha wasn't enslaved like we were. Now was he? Nope. He wasn't in bondage like we were. He wasn't in shackles and handcuffs and chains and yokes. He wasn't bound by sin. Now was he? He knew no sin, Who else do you know that knows no sin? I'll wait. Told Masha to go to Pharaoh and say, Yahusha is my son, my firstborn. That'd be something like us. That'd be something like us. Let my son go to serve me. Let's get the witness. Let's get the witness over here. So, we're going to get to debunking everybody that's saying that Yahusha not Yahuah, Yahuah not Yahusha, but you seeing right now, if you ain't see already, that Yahuah is Yahusha. He called Yahusha the son. So that means what? And that's in the Torah now. We in Exodus. So that means he talking about the 12 tribes. And Yahusha come from the tribe of Yehuda, Judah. If I'm not mistaken, I do recall Yahusha being from Yehuda. Right. So I'm gonna read this witness right quick, and then I'm gonna take you somewhere. I'm gonna take you somewhere you never even went today, that you never even gone before. Let's get higher. Let's go high up. We can't get tied down by this systematic thinking traps. Systematically, they want to break us down. They want to break us down mentally, emotionally, socially, physically, and spiritually. But now, all that stops. And it stops today. For those of you looking and watching at this video, go ahead and watch and look at it. Rewind it back, play it back, fast forward it, pause it, screenshot it, whatever you gotta do. Make sure you get all the way from the beginning to the end. And all the way from the end to the beginning, and watch it till you're through, till you're done, till you're finished. Kaput, finito. For all those that speak that Española. Yeah. Let's read that witness. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith Yahuah of hosts, right? Yahusha is my son, even my firstborn, and I say unto thee, let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn. See what I'm talking about? So let me show you a depiction. Let me give you something let me give you a visual. See, now look. I got this shirt right here. And it's got all the tribes on there. You follow me? So, let me scoop this chair up a little more here. So we got the tribe of Benjamin, tribe of Reuben, tribe of Simeon, tribe of Levi, tribe of Yahuah right there, Judah, tribe of Zebulun, tribe of Issachar, tribe of Dan. See that? Going around. Tribe of Gad, tribe of Asher. I think either Gad or Dan. One of them used to be named Dinah, I want to say. And then you got Naphtali, tribe of Naphtali right there. And then you got tribe of Joseph right here, which used to be Ephraim and Manasseh. And we're going to get to that here in just a few moments. And we got Yahusha from this one right here. So if Yahusha from the tribe of Yahuah, where do you think Yahuah is from? Especially if he's claiming Yasharal to be his son. Right. Let's go to the next witness. Let's go to 2 Samuel now. Go to 2 Samuel. In chapter 7. We're going to do that. In chapter 7, verse 8. And verse 14. Read it out these scripts first, though. 2 Samuel, chapter 7, verse 8. And verse 14. It reads this. And now say to my servant David, aka David, thus said Yahuah of hosts, I took you from the pasture, from following the flock, to be ruler over my people. Over who? Yasharal. So if I'm not mistaken, and I do recall, we had King Dawood, aka David, King Solomon, King Saul, or Paul, however you want to call him. That's 3 kings right there that had a portion or a sector or a section over Yasharal. And the grandest king of them all, Yahusha, being over the people of Yasharal or Yisrael or Yasharel, whatever y'all are calling it, Israel. Okay? Because this is getting broke down simultaneously. And this is going to be a multi-series as well. So buckle up your seatbelts for this. And fasten in and strap up tight, huh? Yeah. Look at that. Got assigned and got appointed, got tasked by the established, outstretched arm and mighty strong hands that only Yahusha can create for such a king. Right. Let's read a witness. Let's read a witness right here. Now therefore, so shalt thou say unto my servant David, thus saith Yahuah of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, from following the sheep, to be ruler over my people, over Yahusha. And we established what? Just as Yahuah already established that Yahusha is his what? Is his who? His son. Taking y'all someplace today. Hope y'all ready for it. Hope y'all ready for it. Let's get that second witness in the same chapter. Stay right here in 2 Samuel, chapter 7, and verse 14. I am to be his father, and he is my son. If he does perversely, y'all know what perversely means? Perverse. Well, let's see. Crookedness, wickedness, evil tree, evil doing, transgressors, transgression, 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 transgressor. Wrongdoing, shortcomings. Need we say more? Need I keep going? Iniquity, Iniquity is what perverse mean right there. Right down in there. He says, I am to be his father, right? And he is my son. If he does perversely, which we already said, just like Yahusha has said, that Yahusha what? Knows no sin. A man without what? A man without sin. A man without iniquity. A man without transgression, transgressor. He was nothing of the sort, Nothing of the sort. He was a man without wrongdoing, man without shortcoming, a man without crookedness, a man without wickedness, a man without evil tree, a man without evil doing, a man that never even had an evil thought, nor an evil desire. Was true and tried, tested by Satan. What was it? Thrice? Shot him down. Cast down. Trampled, trodden down. Reproofed. Corrected. And rebuked. Didn't he? Now watch this. I shall reprove him with the rod of men, and with the blows of the sons of men. Yeah? We'll see what the witness say. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, look at that. I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. But my mercy My love and commitment does not turn aside from him, as I have turned it aside from Shaul, whom I removed from before you. Case in point, right there too. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Shaul, whom I put away before thee. He had to reproof and correct and rebuke just about every king I just named, huh? Except for the grandest one. And who was that? Yahusha. Yahusha HaMashiach. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep this thing pushing right along. Isaiah. The chapter is 43. And the verse is number 6. Take you right on over there. Right. Read that. Here we go. I shall say to the north, give them up, and to the south, do not keep them back. Bring my sons from afar. Isn't that what Yahuah, Yahusha HaMashiach is doing right now? Time now? While everybody is, watch out for this one, watch out for that one, look out for this one, look out for that one. Apostasies happening left and right. The great falling away happening, transpiring left and right. Not now, but right now. Right this very second, right this very minute, right this very hour. Us, the children of Yahusha, don't even know what to do with ourselves. Why? How come? The who, what, when, where, and why? Because we don't even know him. For as long as we've been reading about Yahuah, Yahusha, we want to sit around and think that there's a difference between the two? Must not have a clue. Hint nor idea. When he makes it evident, apparent, and obvious. His word is not coming back null and void, ladies and gentlemen. His words are true. Facts. All day, every day. Ain't no bones about it. Do not keep them back. Bring my sons from afar, and my daughters from where? The ends of the earth. All those who are called by my name, whom I have created, formed, even made, for my esteem. He said my esteem, which means he don't give his esteem to another. You never read him giving his esteem away to Yahusha, but you do hear Yahusha come down in the flesh at the dissension and repeat and regurgitate and reiterate and clarify and verify every word spoken from the book of life, from the bread of life, to all who would hear and listen and would see him for who he really truly is. You folks out there, guys and gals, you got another thing coming. If you think you're going to see more than one throne, at that judgment seat, when we get to these gates, if and when we're found worthy and deserving to come in and to enter in, you're going to see the judge on one throne, not two. Now, deep down, a lot of you know what to do. But instead of that, you rather run from lane to lane, watching every lane but your own. Don't you know that Yahuah HaMashiach is master, rabbi, and teacher? Huh? Yeah. So sit in silence in your palal closet. Sit in the stillness, calmness, cool and collected. Relax. Breathe, take a step back. Cop you a squat like I am. When you read, you hear Yahusha's voice. You hear his voice. Because his voice is the one made manifest. His voice is the one that came in the flesh, huh? Yahuah, Ruach HaKadosh, Spirit. No man, woman, child, son, or daughter seen his form or seen his face. The invisible Elohim. No eyes can lay waste, can feast on him. But through who? You said that right. You guessed it. Yahusha. By the way. The truth. The life. Just like it shows right here. Demonstration on this board. I am who I am. Man of war. Greater he. True vine. Way, truth, and life. Creator. Maker. Beginning and end. Yahuah, Yahusha HaMashiach. First and the last. Ain't that right? Last and the first. Yeah. Let's read that witness. Yahuah, Yahusha, Elohim, in spirit and flesh. Redeemer. We ought to be depending on him. Relying on him for the word. Yes, it's all right and it's okay to lean on your brother and your sister. But to understand and understand and overstand his word, go up top with it. Huh? Go up top with it. I will say to the north, give up. And to the south, Keep not back. Bring my sons from afar, from the four corners of the earth. Look at that. Just like he's doing right now. He's assembling us up. He's gathering us up. He's rounding us up. One by one and two by two. Didn't you know? Haven't you heard? Even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my esteem, my exaltation, he says. I have formed him. Yeah, I have made him. All of y'all that's ripping and running like a chicken with the head cut off out here. Oh, I'm going to fellowship with this one. And I'm going to commune with that one. And I'm going to congregate with this one. Oh. Your mind is just all bumbled and jumbled up, isn't it? Mumbo jumbo. Talking about a bunch of mumbo jumbo out here. Oh, that's what we're doing now. Forgetting everything that the Heavenly Father, Maker, Creator, Father of lights have said. You make yourself your own Yahuah, huh? You make yourself your own Elohim? That is a fearful and dreadful dang on territory. Tread softly, beloveds, beloved Yahdi. Tread softlier. How about that? Let's go with Jeremiah. Jeremiah 31 and 9. Pull up both of them. Jeremiah, Yahuah 31 and 9. Right. Everybody there. Let's do it. Verse 9 says, with weeping they shall come, and with their palaws, the prayers, I bring them. You see that? You got to come to him and ask him whether or not he Yahusha, whether or not he's Yahuah. How else you gonna find out? There ain't no other name to be saved or delivered by walking the face of this green earth, this planet earth, this Arats that Yahusha descended upon, didn't he? And then he ascended right back up. While he off the throne, he's still on the throne. While he on the throne, he's still on the throne. Why? Because he owned the throne, huh? If you catch my drift. Get me? Got it? Great. Great. Because look at here, look at here, look at here. I shall make them walk by rivers of waters in a straight way, in which they do not stumble. That's what a lot of us is doing, ain't it? Oh, I done tripped and fell. Oh, I done stumbled and fall. I'm falling, I can't get up. Oh, I done went down for the count. Oh, somebody help me. Don't you know who the helper is? Who the comforter is? Ruach HaKodesh equals Yahuah, Yahusha. Yahuah, Yahusha equals Ruach. Left the helper and the comforter right behind here. Just like a dove. Just like an angel that records our livelihood, our lifestyle. Like it says over there in the Apocrypha, that records us as living beings. Just like there's living things, living creatures, we're living beings. And Yahusha HaMashiach is our help and our comfort and our console. And our strength and empowerment. We haven't figured this out for long enough. Now it's time to bring it out, huh? And Aki Manuel Matif Yahuah is going to bring it out. Aki Manuel Matif Yahuah is going to bring it right out. Let's read that witness. Let's read that witness. Regathering of Yahusha. Look at that. They shall come with weeping, and with supplications will I lead them. So, in your Palal with petition, supplication, thanksgiving, get to weeping and mourning. Get to begging and pleading on your knees, bleeding. Get to crying and sobbing and moaning and groaning. Let all your soaking and pouting out with him. The one that heals wounds, binds up wounds, and heals the brokenhearted, huh? You want to go run and get dictated and delegated too. For what? You see what it says right here? He's going to regather his own. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of the waters. You know what that means? Straight. That's what that means, huh? That's how you interpret that. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. In a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am Father to Yahusha. You want your question answered? Ask the Father, Abba Father, the apple of our eye. Ask him. He says, and Ephraim is my firstborn. Let's see. I just broke that out, huh? Well, let's see. Ephraim and Manasseh, if they the firstborn, and then they had this huge fight, like how everybody is fighting with this big fight that's going on over whether or not Yahuah is Yahusha or Yahusha is Yahuah. He's always been one. And Yahusha always been his son and daughters, for that matter, as we speak in that regard. But I digress. Now look. Ephraim and Manasseh had that huge fight over the land, didn't it? Now, they get broke up, and they go, and they get segregated between the tribe of Joseph, Yasaf, and the tribe of Yehuda, Judah. Which means what? If Ephraim and Manasseh was the firstborn, and they split up into 2 tribes, so that's a double portion, huh? That's what that means. Oh, and there's scriptures about that too. But I have to take y'all there some other day. Yahusha willing. Filled with the Ruach HaKodesh, as he so instills and bestows and pours into me. Huh? Let's get back to freedom. Let's go to that witness. Let's go to that witness. I am Father to Yahusha, and Ephraim is my firstborn. Look at that. Ephraim. Look at that. With weeping they shall come, and with their prayers I bring them. I shall make them walk by rivers of waters in a straight way in which they do not stumble. For I shall be a father to Yahusha, and Ephraim, he is my firstborn. And I personally asked the Father, Yahusha, what tribe I was from. And guess what he told me? Ephraim and Manasseh, Yasser, Joseph, and the tribe of Yahuah. Huh? Yeah, Judah. Yeah. Now, if he can answer me that, he can answer you your questions that you may have. Yes. Straight like that. Let's go to Hosea. Let's go to Hosea now. Chapter 1. And the verse is number 10. Let's head over there. Yes. Everybody's just going at one another hardcore. Y'all ain't going at these scriptures hardcore though, huh? You ain't making it that important if you ain't asked overhead. Because Yahusha Mashiach is our head, right? He's our husband. Come on. Yahusha is head of man. And man is head of woman. Look at that. While y'all sitting there doing the bumping of the gums, doing a whole lot of flabberjaw, motor mouth, getting slick with the lips toward people, you better get to asking and praying and palaling. You better get to seeking and to knocking. While the doorpost still open. While the pathway still open. While Yahusha is readily available to be found. Huh? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Straight like that. Now let's read. Shall we do that? Go on over here. Verse 10 says this in Hosea, chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of children of Yasharal shall be as the sand of the sea, which is not measured nor counted. And it shall be in the place where it was said to them, you are not my people. They shall be called, you are the sons of the living, all Yahuah, Almighty. Which translates to Yaman you are. Aman you are. Iman you are. Yahusha HaMashiach. Yahuah is Yahusha. And the children of Yahudah. I just showed you the tribe on the shirt, didn't it? And the children of Yahudah and the children of Yasharal shall be gathered together. And appoint for themselves one head, and shall come up out of the earth, for great is the day of Yahusha. one head, one maker, one creator. One sovereign, one master, one rabbi, one teacher, one king, one ruler. Rumamu. Abba Yahuah, Yahusha, Rumamu. One Savior, one Healer, one Redeemer, and one Deliverer. Our head, our husband, Yahuah, Yahusha HaMashiach. Yahuah is Yahusha. Yeah. Yet the number of children of Yahusha shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living Elohim. Elohim. Look at that. Then shall the children of Yahudah and the children of Yahusha be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day. The young of Yahusha. And that day will be a what? A treasure. So we need to what? Treasure our days, because our days are numbered. Where you will be found his people or not his people. You will be found his children or not his children. You will be found his sons or you will not be found his sons. You will be found his daughters or you will not be found as his daughters. Treasure this time wisely, my people. Kadashem, Mishpaka, Yadid, beloveds, treasure and cherish this time you have now, wisely. Fan the flames of the Ruah while it's still upon you, within you, on you, towards you, so that Yahuah, Yahusha, may be with you. Because some of you are foregoing it and forfeiting it. And trust and believe he will take it back if need be, if necessary. He's not a respecter of persons. He can rescind. There will come a day where the Ruach HaKodesh, that comforter, that helper, won't exist around here. He's going to pull it from out this Arats. He's going to take it up. And only those who are sealed and marked with his approval with the name Yahuah in their foreheads will remain with it. But if you got that dusty Ash, Lent, Ash Wednesday, and Tammuz mark on your forehead, and all that Ramadan soot and smoke all up in your forehead, you might want to wipe the slate clean, huh? Might want to bust some suds and get purged and cleansed and purified and washed. Get cleaned up, huh? Because there's a lot of buffoonery going on during these times that we're in. A lot of tomfoolery, huh? Yeah. So, enough with the shenanigans and acting like hooligans. Return as the children of Yahuah that we are, and behave as such. Yahusha came down in a childlike form to the esteem and exaltation of all Yahuah, Yahuah Elohim. Childlike form. Childlike fashion. Shape and size and everything else in between, huh? As a son and daughter should behave and should act and should carry themselves. You feeling me yet? You feel that? Feel where I'm coming from? Huh? Yeah. Let's go over to Revelation. Revelation. Chapter 21 and verse number 7. Let's go right on over there, shall we not? Now, let's read that verse. It states, "The one who overcomes shall inherit all this, and I shall be his Elohim, and he shall be my son." Look at that. Fountain of life. New heaven and new earth on the horizon. On the horizon, people. Don't you get it? He's always been one. You got 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 deities, pieties, enmities, adversaries, enemies, trying to be one head. Who's that head? Who's that head? You got it right. Yahuah is Yahusha. You guessed it. Fountain of life. Look at this. He that overcomes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go one a little further back. I skipped one. And he said to me, "It is done. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end. The one who thirsts, I shall give of the fountain of the water of life without payment. The one who overcomes shall inherit all this, and I shall be his Elohim, and he shall be my son. And he said unto me, It is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his Yahuah Elohim, and he shall be my son." Now look, I put it right there, right in the picture frame there. First and last, last and first, beginning and end. Yahuah is Yahusha. Yahuah is Yahusha. And that's the first portion of the live stream. Now, let's take you back to the Torah. 'Cause that's where we get all our insight. Right? That's where we get all of our information and details at. Let's do that. We're going to go to Exodus. We indeed going to do that. and we're gonna do chapter 3 and verse number 13. And here we go. And Moshe said to Elohim. Now, if Moshe said something to the living Elohim, and he's invisible, the invisible Ruach, the invisible spirit, with no form, no face, no shape, size, or fashion, who he was talking to? Yahuah is Yahusha. Now what? I am that which I am. And he said, thus you shall say to the children of Yasharah, the I am has sent me to you. He says, I am who I am. And that has mystique. When he said that to Moshe, that has mystique. When he pulled up in that cloud of smoke and in that burning bush in front of all them people that was at the bottom of that mountain, Yahuah is Yahusha. And there's recounts of this happening in Matith Yahu. Let every word be established by 2 or 3 witnesses, right? Right. Exodus chapter 3 and 13. Moshe's call. And Moshe said unto Yahuah, behold, when I come unto the children of Yasharah, and shall say unto them, the Elohim of your fathers have sent me unto you. And they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? What is his name? What is his son's name? If you know it. Well, his name is Yahuah. And he's Yahusha. And his son is Yasharah. Look at that. Yasharah. The tribes. You see that? And Yahuah said unto Moshe, I am that I am. And he had said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Yasharah, I am, hath sent me unto you. Yep. I am that which I am. That means he can be anything he wants, as he see fit, as he call it necessary, however he need to, however he want to. Yeah. Let's go to Exodus chapter 15. Shemut. Head right on over there. Let's do that. Yahuah is a man of battle. Yahuah is his name. A man of battle. Who is that man? I heard of a man called King of Kings. I heard of a man called Prince of Peace. I heard of a man called Wonderful Counselor. mightiest of mighty ones, and everlasting Father. You get me, huh? Do you got me, huh? Yahuah is Yahusha. Marsha sings to the Yahuah. He worshiped the Yahuah. He praised the Yahuah. Yada, didn't he? And he saw him in the flesh too. He saw him in thin air, do signs and wonders and miracles. And he saw him in the flesh. The Yahuah Elohim, is a man of war. All Yahuah is his name. Yahusha HaMashiach. Name stands for all Yahuah with us. What do you not get about that? There's no way to mistranslate or mistransliterate that. All Yahuah with us is Yahusha's name. And how else can he be with us unless he's Yahuah too? Let's take you over to John now. We're going to visit John for a little while. Let's do that. Visit John for a little bit in chapter 14. Let's go ahead and go on down that way. Chapter 14 and verse number 28 reads, "You heard that I said to you, I am going away and I am coming to you." Look at that. Yahusha descended, coming to us, coming down to us, descending to us. And then he ascended, going away from us. They all watched him go all the way up into the sky. They watched him leave the ground and went up top, went up above. Miriam and all them apostles and disciples bore witness. If you did love me, you would have rejoiced that I said, I am going to the Father, for my Father is greater than I. You see how he leaves these tidbits of advice and input and emphasis and suggestion and recommendation on how we ought to think and how our thoughts should be in line with his thoughts, how our desires and our thoughts should be matched up with his. Why else you think he says, my thoughts are not your thoughts, your thoughts are not my thoughts? Because he knew we was going to get sidetracked down here. He knew we was going to get thrown off course, knocked off our stoop, knocked out our element, knocked off our square. But I'm here to set the record straight for him. And he's gonna do way more than just what he got me sitting here doing before you today. Greater is he in me than he that's in the world, is how we should approach this matter, this situation, this predicament, this circumstance of whether or not Yahuah is Yahusha, Yahusha is Yahuah. Greater is he in me than he that's in the world. When you got visited, one head showed up. Not 2, 3 heads. One head showed up. As we read right here. Right up in here. Today. This young. Let me get that witness. 14. Chapter 14 and 28. Comforter will come. Says my house got many mansions. Says on the way, the truth, and the life. Ye have heard how I said unto you, I go away and come again unto you. He came, he saw, he conquered. He came down. He left the blueprint. Lost the 2 commandments, right rulings, 10 words, 10 commandments. Went back up. Then he's going to come back again. His coming down was the first go round. His coming back is going to be round 2. The second coming. Second go round. First time, man of peace. Second time, man of war. He's the first, the last. The last, the first. Beginning and end. Ye have heard I have said, how I have said, I go away and come again unto you. If you love me, you will rejoice, because I said I go unto the Father, for my Father is greater than I. So that means that one head, that one Father we got is greater than you and me too. Greater than me and you, greater than you and me, greater than you and I. He says, I am in you. We tend to not get that. We seem to miss it. We seem to whiff on it. We seem to not grasp the concept. When we don't get the gist. So we make it harder than it really has to be. Harder than it really is. Not that difficult, people. Not that complicated. We make it so. We make it that way. Then we wonder why we're falling out with people. Why people are falling away from the Amunah. That's why. Slip, trips, bumps, bruises. Fumbling and stumbling and tumbling everywhere. Scarred up, damaged, mistakes, miscues, mishaps, and the spirit of error, huh? Come on. Yeah. Come on. Come on. John, Yahuah, chapter 15 and 1 through 3. I am the true vine, and my Father, the gardener. What y'all think that means? He the tree, the branches, and the roots. And we like some leaves that has to bear fruit. And if we don't bear fruit, he prunes us so that way we can bear fruit. We got any branches off of us, and we cancerous to the vine, we cancerous to the root. He prunes us so we can bear fruit. We got that branch and we leafless, fruitless. Remember how he cursed that tree? May you never bear fruit again. This is the way we need to be looking at things. We're looking at things from a human lens, from the physical lens, physical aspect, in the physical sense. We need to look at this in a spiritual sense. Because it take a lifetime to please somebody, and it take a lifetime to please this flesh and bone, this skin and bone right here. This ain't never satisfied. The eyes of a man and the ears of a man is never satisfied, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Sat there, Yahusha sat there and gave us everything we need to know. What we do? We still stiff-necked, huh? Still a stiff-necked people. And then we got spread all across the four corners of the earth. And here it is. He got to reel us all back in to be back on what? One accord. Because he's what? One head. Come on, somebody. Come on. He's been one man, one being, one vessel, one temple. Just because he didn't verbatim say it, or didn't explicitly say it, that doesn't mean that we should go against what he said because, oh, it don't make sense. Oh, it's confusing. Oh, it's frustrating. Oh, so-and-so said this and so said that. What did Yahusha say though? Because everything Yahuah said, Yahusha reset it. Everything Yahuah said to do, Yahusha came and done it. Why? Because it's him. One him. He is he. He is him. Came right in front of us and showed us how to do it. And if he can, so can we. How many fathers you want to have? I'll wait. How many fathers you want to have? He says, I am the true vine, and my father is the husband. Huh? So, if he's 2 and 3, so you got 2 and 3 husbands as a father? You got 2 and 3 heads over your household? Huh? That would be baffling. That would be a head scratcher. That would be debilitating. Wouldn't it? Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. So you never have to wonder why he takes certain people, certain folks, people, places, things from your life because you not bearing fruit with him or her or she or he. And him or her or she or he is not bearing fruit with you. He the one that make you bear fruit, huh? You got to remain in him so that he remains in you. So if you don't remain in him in this hour, in these end times, these last days that we in, guess what? He gonna give you up to that reprobate that you want, to that carnal that you want, to that double-mindedness that you want, to that anti-spirit that you got. He gonna give you right up, right over to it. Because you don't want to comply and adhere. As he stated, as he has said. And he using me and utilizing me to talk about this today on this young. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it. Huh? Come on with it. Come on with it. That it may bring forth what? More fruit. So a lot of y'all fruits just hanging out. I'm talking about exposure. This brother pants getting pulled down by Yahusha. Because Yahuah is Yahusha. Yahusha is Yahuah. So your pants getting pulled down. Some of y'all running to get the veil put back on your eyes. And then quick to call somebody a wolf in sheep's clothing. But look at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. A lot of you females, y'all not exempt either. Dress getting tossed up, skirt getting tossed up for the fruitless tact out here. For the fruitless act and the fruitless antics. He's exposing y'all. The exposure is very real. Yes, it is seriously real, people. Now you really can't pay attention and listen to everybody now. Because everyone don't have it all figured out. And I sit here today, and this young telling you that I ain't even got it figured out all the way either. But it's that mystique and that mystery and that secret to Yahuah that continually, persistently, consistently makes us pursue him, ask of him, seek of him, and knock of him. He didn't say what he said for nothing. He didn't say what he said for no reason, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, Yahuah is Yahusha. You've always had one Father. He's always been one. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's go to John chapter 14. And verse number 6. Yahusha saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man. I'm a man. You out there watching me as a man, or a woman, or a child. And none of y'all, just like not even me, can go to the Father unless you got Yahusha. So what that mean? What that make him? Yahuah. Yahuah is Yahusha. Plain as day. Only thing you got to do is put 2 and 2 together. That's all you got to do. No one, no man cometh unto the Father but by me. If you had known me, then you would have known the Father too. And from henceforth you know him and have seen him. See that? Get the witness. Yahusha said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you had known me, you had known my Father too. From now on, you know him and have seen. He made sure they had seen him. And he made sure that some of you watching me had seen him. But yet you still don't perceive it? You still don't believe it, huh? Let's go to John chapter 1 then. Let's flip back some more. Let's go back a little more, shall we? Let's go back just a little tad, taste bit more. Look at this. Where we at? Let me get this witness too. There we go. Now, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Elohim, Yahuah. And the Word was Elohim, Yahuah. He was in the beginning with Elohim. Who is he? Who is that he? Who is that he? All came to be through him. Him. Not we, not them, not they, not those. And without him, not even one came to be that came to be. So you can't even come to be to who you be. I can't even come to be who I be without Yahuah being Yahusha. Without Yahusha being Yahuah. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. Didn't Yahusha say he the light of the world? He's the great light. Greater than the daylight we see outside. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. This one came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all might believe through him. Him came down as a witness of that light. And I ain't talking about Yahuah neither. Yahuah just got the prophecy. He got the dream. He got the vision. That Yahuah, Elohim, Yahuah was coming down here in the flesh. And we go down, we trek down. Look at that. But as many as received him, to them he gave the authority to become children of Elohim, to those believing in his name, who were born not of blood, nor the desire of the flesh, nor the desire of man, but of Elohim. And the word became flesh. And he came down here and set up shop right next to us. Mano y mano, bumper to bumper, shoulder to shoulder, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And we saw his esteem as of an only brought forth. Look at that. The favor and the truth came through Yahusha Messiah, because no one has ever seen Elohim, all Yahuah. So, the only brought forth of a son is the bosom, the outstretched arm, the mighty strong hands, the active right arm. Yahuah is Yahusha. And Yahusha declared it. Came down here and declared it. And it still took him lightly. Took him lightly. Look at that. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. In him was life. How else you think he brought Lazarus back? How else you think he was raised up from that tomb? How else you think he rolled the stone away? Come on. Yahuah is Yahusha. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. All men through him might believe because of Yahusha. Because Yahuah became Yahusha in fullness. In fullness of a being, human being like us. In fullness. Of a vessel. Mind, body, and heart. Soul. Spirit. Carrying the temple. Carrying everyone's temple. And for what? And they murdered him for what? They murdered him because he told the truth. That's why Want to offer him and unalive him because he told the truth? Sin no longer a curse. He died to take the curse of sin away. Because everybody know the penalty for sin is death. And you don't think your Father, Yahuah, HaMashiach, you don't think that he would do that for his one true son, for his one true begotten, the tribes of Yasharal? You don't think he would come in the form of the flesh when he made you in the flesh that you are lended and are borrowing right now, time now? You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be joking. That's laughable. And you know Yahusha laughs at the wicked. How dare we shortchange Yahuah, Yahusha HaMashiach? How dare we? Let's go to Genesis. Let's do Genesis. Genesis chapter 1. Let's go back a taste. I'm taking you somewhere today. Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. And the earth came to be formless and empty, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the spirit of Elohim was moving on the face of the waters. And Elohim said, "Let light come to be," and light came to be. And Elohim saw the light, that it was great. And Elohim separated the light from the darkness. And Elohim called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning one day. And Elohim said, "Let an expanse come to be in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters." And Elohim made the expanse, and separated the waters which were under the expanse from the waters which were above the expanse, and it came to be so. Now, as he's creating all of this, that shows that he is creator, right? That shows that he's the creator. I'm going to take you down a little further. I'm going to take you to verse 11. And Elohim said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the plant that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit, according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the arats, the earth." And it came to be so. And it keeps going, and it keeps going. Now, this is the part where I'll take you where you haven't been yet. Verse 26 of Genesis, because everybody know how the first chapter goes. But this is the part that gets overlooked. Verse 26 says this: "And Elohim said, let us make man in our image." So now everybody think, well, oh, see, it's two of him. They separate. "According to our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over all the creeping creatures that creep on the ground. Now watch. You got to read line upon line, precept upon precept. You can't just pluck one verse out, one sentence out, and make your argument, and then you don't have 2-3 witnesses backing it up. I done gave you guys so many witnesses back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Rapid fire. Pow, pow, pow. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Boom, boom, boom. All up on you. We go get one witness. See? It says here. Verse 27 says this. And Elohim created the man in his image. Now, if I were up in one of these, Yahusha forbid, I was up in one of these buildings, up in one of these booths and huts and shelters and temples, giving a eulogy at someone's funeral, and I go and say, let us bow our heads in prayer, does that mean I'm talking to the guy in the front row, or the guy in the audience over here, or the gal right behind me? No, I'm speaking in general. I'm speaking as one person, but I'm including what I'm talking about, what I'm saying, what I'm doing. I'm attaching my surroundings. You get me? It's like situational awareness. That's the tone that Yahusha spoke in. It don't mean like me and you talking and let us just go play in some traffic. You don't want to go play in traffic with me? Let us go jump off the bridge. You don't want to go jump off the bridge with me? You understand? That's the analogy. That's the idiom that we get stuck on. The metaphor, the hyperbole, the oxymoron that we get caught up on. It says here, and Elohim created the man in his image. In the image of Elohim, he created him. Male and female, he created them. So, again, it says his, and it says he. He, his, he. One. Anytime he referred to himself in the singular. Us, the sons and daughters, and the children, and the tribes, he referred to us in plural. Them not being prophets, he referred to them in the plural. But when it comes to himself, singular. Yahuah is Yahusha. Take you to that witness. And Yahuah said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So Yahuah created man in his own image. His own. In the image of Yahuah created he him. He, them, he, they, he, those, whatever you want to call it, it's still he. One. Singular. Male and female created he, them. So that means he's the I am that I am. He is the I am who I am. He's a man of word, man of war, man of peace. Greater is he than he that is in the world. He the true vine. He the way, the truth, and the life. He the light of the world. He the bread of life. He the brook of life. He the creator and maker. He the beginning and the end. He the first and the last and the first, the Alpha and Omega. the Aleph, and the Tav. He is all those things. All. He's exceeding and abundantly capable and able, huh? You want to limit his capacity? That's what you think you can do? You think you have that type of just do, huh? You accredit yourself for putting Yahusha in a box and giving him a label? When he wakes up billions of people daily, when he speaks and talks to billions of people daily, even the ones that don't know him, even the ones that don't love him, never even approached him, never even encountered him, he still does wonderful, amazing, awesome signals in their life. Just to what? Get their attention, and they don't be paying him no mind. And here it is, we his own kind, and we don't pay him no mind either? We ought to be ashamed. That's embarrassing. Embarrassing. Pt.1, Pt, tis. We got a whole lot of more. Let's go back to Isaiah. Let's go right back over there. Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 43. Again. We're going to make this make sense today. Oh, yes, we are. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to go to Yahuah, Isaiah, chapter 43. And we're going to do verse 9 through 13 this time. Last time we did verse 6, if you remember. If y'all hung in there with me this long, keep on sticking it out. Let's go down. All the nations shall be assembled. What do you think he doing? Shema. Yasharah. Call him Yasharah. We got to rise. We got to come on up. Come on up. Step right on up. Like they say at them fairgrounds and at them carnivals with them circus acts. Step right on up. Our time is now. Time is getting low, running down. It's running down low. We're running out of time. Who among them declares this and show us former events? Let them give their witnesses to be declared right, or let them hear and say, it is the truth. You see that? He already knew we was going to declare that we righter than this person, more righteous than this person, we holier than thou than this person, we better than this person, we above this person. We higher up, we higher levels on the pedestal above this person, that person, and the whole 9 yards, and the whole third. Pump the brakes. Slow your roll. Who among them declares this? Show us former events. We ain't got nothing to show for the case study we trying to make. Unless you got 2 or 3 witnesses of his very own words. We trying to reestablish our own word over his? How that work out? How that's working out for you? Not very well, from what I can tell. From where I'm sitting at and what I see and what I've been hearing. Let them give their witnesses, to declare right. Let them hear and say, it is true. You are my witnesses, declares Yahuah, and my servant, whom I have chosen. Just like You brother, you sister. He selected you, handpicked you to be chosen. Be that. Not be the one that shoots everything down because it don't coincide with your little emotions and your touchy-feely feelings. Huh? Just because you're touchy-feely and you're emotional don't mean it's validated by Yahuah, Yahusha. Huh? So that you know and believe me and understand that I am. Look at that. I am He. See that? He keeps telling you that He one person. That I am He. Look at that. Before me, there was no all formed. So that means what? He only formed Himself in the fullness and in the flesh. Yahuah being Yahusha. Yahusha being Yahuah. It's Him. Before me there is no all formed, nor after me there is none. So you see, He spoke in the singular. I am He, me, myself, by myself, alone. He says, I am Yahuah, and besides me, there is no Savior. And I have declared and saved and made known, and there was no strange mighty one among you. And you are my witnesses, declares Yahuah, that I am all. So, if He gave His esteem and His exaltation away, Shalakia, to Yahusha, then He would be contradictory. He would be confusing us all. He would be frustrating us all. That would make Him a liar. And He said He's not a man that He should lie. And if He's not a man that He should lie, who that man He referring to? Yahusha. Said He don't give His esteem and His exaltation away. That would make Yahusha a strange mighty one. If it was two of them, huh? And you know, there's nothing strange about Yahusha, Mashiach, Yashaya, Mashaya, Hamashiach at all. Look at that. Even from the day, I am He, and no one delivers out my hand. Just because you tore somebody a new one, or you ripped into somebody and ripped them a new one, don't mean that they're plucked out of Yahuah, Yahusha HaMashiach's hand. Not at all. Not at all. And I work. He say, I work. He said, I work, and who turns it back? You can't turn back the works He done did with you. No matter what somebody say and do, Yahuah still Yahuah. And He's still Yahusha. No matter how you try to break His word all apart, we're supposed to break it down and rightly divide, not break it all apart and split it here, there, and everywhere. Huh? Thus said Yahuah, your Redeemer, the set apart one of Yahusha. Look at this. He says, I am Yahuah, your set apart one. He ain't say your set apart two, did he? Read him and weep. He says, I am Yahuah, your set apart one. Creator of Yahusha and your sovereign. What that mean? Sovereign. Maker. Master. King. Malak. Thus said Yahuah, who makes a way in the sea and a path through the mighty waters. Oh, it goes on and on and on. I can go on and on and on and show you that he's pretty much practically telling you that I am he. I am he talking to you, speaking to you, voicing my word to you, and I am he that came down there and descended to you. I did all those things. I spoke to the woman at the well. That's what he said. I spoke to Yahuah. That's what he's saying. I spoke to Daniel. That's what he's saying. Daniel. I spoke to Abraham. That's what he's saying. Abram. Changed his name to Yahusha right here. Boom. And he said, Yahusha, my son. Huh. Yep. And everybody confused and everybody lost in the sauce. Saying, well, Yahusha is the son. Now you just telling on yourself that you ain't been digging. You ain't been researching. You ain't been studying enough. You saying whatever you want the word to say. The word say what it say. This ain't however we please. This ain't no Burger King. When it comes to the word of truth. That's Yahuah Elohim, the living Elohim, breathe. This ain't have it your way. This ain't no Mickey D's. Mickey Donald's make killers out here, huh? Where's that witness? Give me that witness. Let all the nations be gathered together, and let the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this? Can't none of us declare that we assembling folk. We ain't gonna be the one bringing people back from the four corners of the earth into the new heaven and new earth, the new Jerusalem. We ain't about to be the one doing that. He's like, yeah. Show who can declare this, and show us this. He said, show me this. Look at this. Who among them can declare this and shew us former things? Let them bring forth their witnesses that they may be justified, or let them hear and say it is the truth. Ye are my witnesses, saith Yahuah Elohim, Yahuah, and my servant, whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me. See that? He chose himself. He chose them not being prophets. And every time he chose, there was backlash. Just like we receiving and we seeing shockingly right now, should be to no amazement or surprise to no one, because it's written. But we think we the ones bringing all these people. Like, listen, You on YouTubeville, YouTube land, Yahusha is bringing all them people to you. That's who brought all them people to you. That's who assembled and gathered all them people that is on your channel, on your account, on your station, on your handle. Let's not get it twisted up. That's where the malfunction at. Because he added the righteousness onto us and add some anointing onto us. Oh, now we think we just legit. We think we puffed up now. We got the chest out. We got the head back. Knowledge puffs up. And that's written. So we need to take a chill pill. We need to calm all that down. Big time. Big time. Look at it. Let them bring forth the witnesses, and ye are my witnesses, saith Yahuah Elohim, and my servant who I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me, and understand that I am he. Look at that. Before me there was no Yahuah Elohim formed, neither shall there be after me. So, y'all that saying Yahusha not Yahuah, so you're basically denying and rejecting the Messiah. And when you have not the Son, you have not the Father. You have not the Father, you have not the Son either. So that make you anti, huh? That make you an anti-Christ out here. And then you also got at the tip of your tongue, howling out the mouth that somebody's HE double hockey sticks. They going HE double hockey sticks for saying such and such and such and such. And this and that. And that ain't this and this ain't that. Huh? Who you supposed to be? Huh? Yahusha said there is none like me. There is none beside me. And y'all trying to make two of him? Like this is double mint twins, huh? This ain't Mary Kate and Ashley out here. No. Not at all. Before me there was no Yahuah Elohim formed, neither shall there be after me. I, even I, am the Yahuah Elohim, and beside me there is no Savior. None. So if there's no Savior outside of Yahuah, don't that make him Yahusha? Drop it in the comments. If there's no other Savior besides Yahuah, don't that make him Yahusha? That makes him Yahusha too, don't it? And if there is no other name under the heavens, under the Shamayim, on this horizon, that we are to be saved and delivered, but Yahusha, don't that make Yahuah Yahusha too? Leave it in the comments if you made it this far. Because I know this is going to shake a lot of people to their core. It very surely is. Verily, verily. Truly, truly. He says, I have declared and have saved, and I have showed when there was no strange mighty one among you. There ain't no strange mighty one among you because it was him in person, up close, up front. It was him in the flesh, to the full, to our delight, even the ones that didn't delight into it, or didn't take pleasantry out of that, or still having some doubts, like doubting Thomas. Well, you need not to be concerned, because I'm going to drop this bombshell on you. I'm going to drop the truth bomb on you. Because it was given to me to say today on this young. I don't want to beat Yahuah. We can stay in Yahuah much longer, but I still want to push the envelope here. I still want to push it down to 1 John chapter 4 and hit up a couple of verses from there. Okay? And just because I stutter from time to time. That doesn't say that, oh, Yahuah, Matif Yahu, he be telling stories. He be telling fibs. He be lying. He's a liar. Prove me wrong in these scripts right here. Do you think I'm lying? Go to the Father yourself like I do. If you think I'm telling a fib, you think I'm telling a whopper, I don't eat at Burger King, huh? Yeah. Now watch. Watch this. Beloved ones, do not believe every spirit, but prove the spirits. And a lot of that is going around, happening and transpiring. Whether there are of Yahuah Elohim, because many false prophets have gone out in the world. By this you know the spirit of Yahuah Elohim, every spirit that confess that Yahusha, Mashiach, the anointed one, the vine, the branch, Hosanna in the highest, has come in the fleshes of Elohim. Let's think about that. Let's ponder on that. Now, it makes you wonder, for those that saying, Yahusha not Yahuah, you reject and deny Yahuah coming in the flesh. You think you can just accept Yahuah in Ruach and in spirit, but you can't accept him in the flesh? You're dead wrong. Incorrect. Improper. You're going to have to accept every single word that he has made clear and has made known. Otherwise, he don't know you and you don't know him. And don't be one of them ones that he has to tell that when it comes to the day of salvation, the day of judgment. So time is a ticking. It's like a ticking time bomb. We got a lot of catching up to do. Huh? Because all these wicked ones, evil ones, wrong master can't even keep up with our one master. What we gonna do? Be just like them? Be just like the Pharisees and Sadducees? Scribes and Sadducees? Can't even keep up. I don't care if you gotta crawl. You better crawl your way back to Yahuah, Yahusha HaMashiach. That's what you better do. Every spirit that does not confess that Yahusha Mashiach has come in the flesh is not of Elohim. And this is the spirit of the anti-Messiah, the Antichrist, which you heard is coming and now is already in the world. And we can keep going right there too. But I'm just trying to make the point stand up. Point taken. Yahuah is Yahusha. Yahusha is Yahuah. Same exact Ruach. Same exact spirit. Same set apart in Pt.1. Same one head. One man. Same one Father that we been had. It's been this way. For years upon years upon years, you all. Decades long, centuries long. He said 1,000 years is like a day to him. And a day is like 1,000 years to him. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's go to Psalm now. Let's go to Psalm. Psalm Tehillim. 22 and 16, you all. Let's just go right over there and let's pull up more witnesses. And it reads as follows. For dogs have surrounded me. Dog, what's a dog? A deity, piety, enmity, enemy, adversary, coarse jesters. You go on and on. Enchanters, charmers, soothsayers, dogs. Jezebels, Bathshebas. Yeah, she-devils, Delilahs. The list goes on and on and on and on. It says, for dogs have surrounded me, a crowd of evil ones have encircled me. Look how he said me. Me there, me there. Then he says, piercing my hands and my feet. So, what we just read, Yahuah pretty much tells us that he came in the flesh. He's Yahusha in the flesh. Then in this chapter, he tells us that his hands and his feet were pierced. And who we know? Hands and feet were pierced. Hamashiach. Yahuah is Yahusha. Let's get that witness. For dogs have compassed me, the assembling of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. And this is the plea that Yahuah made, stating, making it clear, making it evident, obvious, and apparent to us that he was present here. That his presence was here. His presence was here, down here, and up there. Up there and down here. Let's keep reading. Let's go back. Let's go on over to 1 Timothy. Let's go back to the back of the scriptures again. Let's go back over there. We're going to go right back over there. They got unpassed. 1 Timothy chapter 3. And the verse is number 16. Yeah? Yeah. Let's do that. Chapter 3, verse number 16. And beyond all question, the secret of reverence is great. So there's always been a secretive meaning and interpretation and presentation when it came to Yahuah, when it came to Yahusha. The mystery, the mystique, the grandeur, the allure, the splendor of him has always been there. Has always been a trait. It's been a common theme, if you notice, when you read. If you've been reading, if and when you've been reading, you can tell. Who was revealed in the flesh. Look at that. He's telling you again that he is him in the flesh, declared right in spirit and flesh. Don't spirit and flesh wage war against each other like the script say? It's written right here. Spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, right? Yahusha embodied that, exemplified that, and showed us how to what? Overcome it. How to get past it. How to subdue it. How to put it into subjection. Huh? You follow me? You follow that? who was revealed in the flesh, declared right in spirit, was seen by messengers, was proclaimed among nations, was believed on in the world, and was taken up. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Rumamu Yahuah. Ruma. Taken up in what? Esteem. Come on. Come on. Yahuah. Yahuah. Yahuah is Yahusha. Yahusha is Yahuah. Right there in that verse. Verse 16. Look, let's read the witness. Qualifications. Qualifications. Look at that. And without controversy, great is the mystery of righteousness, set apartness. Yahuah was manifest in the flesh. A lot of you like to manifest out there. A lot of y'all know what manifestation is out there in YouTubeville, YouTube land, huh? Y'all been manifesting a whole lot of harvest. A whole lot of fruitful harvest out here. Rather it been legal or illegal, you've done it. In spirit and in the flesh. Because everything manifests itself in the spirit first, then in the flesh. Last. First, second. See what I'm talking about? First and last. Just like how Yahusha describes himself. Yahuah was manifest in the flesh, justified in the spirit, seen of angels, preached unto by the Gentiles. All those grafted in included. Believed on in the world. There's a lot of worldly people out there calling him by different titles. But calling themselves believers, so-called believers. You know what I'm talking about? But received up into esteem, into exaltation. I don't even know how to even put that any more delicately than Yahusha already put that. And that's the qualification of these so-called pastors and deacons and bishops. That's the requirement. Otherwise, there'd be consequences and repercussions because they're going to get judged harshly. They're going to get judged harder than others. You got to be qualified like that verse 16 of Timothy. 1 Timothy 3. Shalaki. That's the qualification of a bishop and a deacon and a reverend and a minister and a pastor. And whatever other of these names they got carrying on out here. So now we got, he is come in the flesh, pierced in hand and foot. Now we got what? Mind over matter. Huh? If you didn't mind this, it wouldn't matter. But because you letting it dawn on you, you overthinking it, you're overzealous, you're overcommitted to it. Now what happens? You lean into your what? Own understanding. That's what happens. Yeah, that's wild. I'm going to give you one more before we head out the door for this one. Let's go over to Revelation. Revelation. Hazon. Shazon. Let me put my little marker right here. I might just may have to go back and read 1 Timothy, Timotheos, Timotheus chapter 3. We can put that right there. Right. So yeah, let's go over Revelation. And the chapter is 1. And the verse is number 7. Here we go. See, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye shall see him, even they who pierced him, and all the tribes. We say the tribes are Yahuah's son, right? His firstborn. Y'all see that? Let's continue to read. Even they who pierced him, all the tribes of the earth shall mourn because of him. Yes, Amat. And then there's 2 other witnesses right there. Daniel 7 and 13 and Zechariah 12 and 10. And this is Yahuah before he even manifested himself in the flesh, saying these exact words. Let's read that. Let's read that, shall we? Daniel chapter 7. And the verse. Number 13. I was looking in the night visions and saw one like the Son of Man coming with the clouds of the heavens, and he came to the Ancient of Days. Ain't that what we in right now? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Rumamu Yahuah, Rumamu Yahusha. And they brought him near before him. Yeah? Right there. Clear as day. Coming on the clouds. Let's get that second Zechariah 1. Let's get that Zechariah 1 from chapter 12 and verse 10. It says this. And I shall pour on the house of Dawood, a.k.a. David, and on the inhabitants of Jerusalem a spirit of favor and palau, prayers. And they shall look on me, whom they pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourns for his only son. And he said that Yahusha is his son, right? Y'all see that? Okay. Let's continue. And they shall be in bitterness over him as a bitterness over the firstborn. I'm going to read this witness right here. Mourning over Yahuah, Yahusha, as his firstborn. Look at that. Now, let's read that witness. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth, the Arats, shall wail because of him. Boo-hooing. I'm talking about boo-hooing. Even so, Amath. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Saith Yahuah, all Yahuah, Elohim, which is, and which was, and which is to come. The Almighty, Alpha and Omega, first and the last, last and the first. Saith the Yahuah Elohim, Elohim, all Yahuah said, which is. He said he is who is. He said that he is who was. And he said he is who is to come. So who you think that is? You said it. You guessed it. Yahuah is Yahusha. Well, Tuda for coming by the page out there in YouTubeville, YouTube land, to hear Yahuah is Yahusha, part 1, and to listen and to look and to watch and to get educated and get edified and get convicted. Some of you haven't seen nothing yet. Yahuah, Yahusha has so much in store for you all and for me. Why do you think he has storehouses? Why do you think he has so many mansions and levels? Staircases, stairways to heaven. The Shamayim. He's not just speaking fluff. Okay? He really means what he's saying, what he has said. And hopefully you all got a good gander and took a great gander and a great peek at my board here, so I could give you the illustration on the day. And so you see the iconic, lettering for Aleph and Ta, which means maker and creator and maker, which means first and last in Hebrew to English, right there, beginning and end, first and last. If he is, who is, and who was, and who is to come, he's telling you that he was everything that happened right here in these scriptures, and whatever scriptures you possess out there in YouTubeville, YouTube land. So I had a joyous time doing this in the presence of you all. All honor, worship, praise, Yada, and esteem, exaltation, and worship be unto Yahuah, be with Yahuah, be upon Yahuah, be towards Yahuah, be with Yahuah, belongs to Yahuah, Yahusha HaMashiach. So help me, so shall it be. Let it be so, and so be it. I pray and pray that you all have a fantastic, outstanding, and marvelous Yom, and a Baruch Shabuah. We gotta tighten up. We got too many loose ball bearings, too many loose screws. We very stubborn with the whole name, meaning, and the whole is he this and is he that stuff. If you is or is you ain't, is you is or is you not type stuff. That's kind of getting in the way of the promised land. We're trying to manage to get everything that was promised to us with our names on it, that he has promised that he would do for us. And how can he do his job when the job he gave us, we can't even do that? We messing that up. We jacking and screwing that up, chopping that all up. So, but yes, he really is he. And there's no need to fight over him. There's more than enough in him to go around for us all. I'm here to tell you, And so, this has been Yahuah Matif Yahu. Ahabatah to all the select few, all the chosen few, chosen ones, set apart in Kadesh, the Kadeshim, the Mishpah family. I haba you all. The Talmudim, the Talmudim. I haba you all. And until the next time, I see you. It's yours truly and sincerely, Yahuah Matif Yahu. Shalom, shalom. Barak Yahuah forever, forever. Forever and ever. Barak Yahuah forevermore. Baruch atah Yahusha. Baruch. Haba Basham. Baruch haba Hashem. Yahusha HaMashiach is king. Yahusha HaMashiach is the king. And much ahaba, much shalom, wherever you're at in this Arats, all around these four corners of this degenerate world. Stay palawed up. Ask Yahusha for confirmation and affirmation for what you have received here. Take this message and this revelation back to him, and may he reveal and unveil to you what was revealed and unveiled to me. This is Yahuah Matif Yahu signing out. Shalom.